Good afternoon everyone, welcome to our Easter editions of Sunday Sessions. We're going to wait about 10 seconds, 20 seconds till some more people get in, and we'll kick it off with some Easter themed cocktails today. We're going to do a little bit differently today. We're not going to focus just on the one spirit or the one bottle like we usually do, so we're going to mix it up, have a little bit of fun, sort of try some, we've got Easter-ish cocktails. I've sort of bent the rules on some of these, but it's going to be a really enjoyable afternoon and it's going to be great to kick it off. I think firstly, Happy Easter from all of us at McHenry Distillery. We hope you're all staying safe and well. And to our McHenry Distillery Italia team, Buona Pasqua a tutti, I noi amici in Italia, Marco, Matteo, Agostino, Vicenza, Antonio. Stay safe and yeah, we hope you're well and Buona Pasqua. Alrighty, so I think we'll get it kicked straight off today. We're going to make 3 cocktails today, 3 Easter cocktails. So the first one, it's a good little, it's actually quite a classic cocktail, but we've Easter themed it today. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a gin and juice, but we're going to be using carrot juice because what does the Easter bunny eat? Well, he eats carrots. So nice and simple, nice little one to kick it off. And then the second one's going to be a bit more of a complex cocktail. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how I make that one. So I think firstly today, we're going to kick it off with our Easter gin and juice. So what we're using today is our McHenry Distillery Summer Gin. So we thought, why use this one? And the reason is because it's got that saffron and orange blossom, so it's going to really enunciate that carrot juice that we're using. So nice and simple. Basically what we do, 1 shot of gin. This one is a beautiful gin. It's got those lovely aromas from the Tasmanian saffron that we use. Oh, lovely, lovely little gin. Really one of the most aromatic ones we've got in our range. It's great because we use our classic dry gin as the base and then we steep it in separately. We actually separately steep some in orange blossom, some in saffron. We infuse those both together and we marry those at the end and get this beautiful colour. Usually a summer release, but because it's quite popular, we actually keep it around all year. So available on our website and always support local. So let's sort of kick this one off. Then basically what we're going to do is just top it with juice. So today we're using a nice little carrot, orange, ginger and apple juice. Give it a bit of a stir. This one sort of made famous by the Snoop Dogg song. So that's where you sort of get that one from. Oh, yum. And then I thought a bit of a double garnish today. A little bit of rosemary, just from your back garden. And a little bit more of the dried orange. I do quite like the dried fruits and yeah, that's our first cocktail for today. Nice and simple one to kick us off. Gets that sort of Easterish theme with the carrot juice, the gin, have a little bit of a taste, and then we'll get into our second one, which is a bit more of an in-depth cocktail. That is really, really delicious. Gin and orange juice is a great little combination, but then when you're using your gin and carrot juice, and this makes Snoop Dogg proud. So that's our first one for today. And then the second one, we've got a little bit of a story behind it. Actually, the second and third cocktails, we've got a little bit of story. I'm going to check my comments quickly, and then we'll get into it. Manly Spirits, good to see you guys. Definitely check out Manly Spirits from up in Sydney. Make a great little coastal gin. They use really great local botanicals, forage from the coastline around Manly. Who else have we got today? Let me just scroll through everything. Good to see 20 people in already. Dieter, good to see you. Laura, good to see you, Laura. Hope you're well. Jared, Chloe from Hellfire Bluff. Can't wait for our little episode together. Joseph, Trish from Fever Tree. Definitely go check out Fever Tree. They're our favourites, so can't wait to make some more cocktail videos with them. Jackie, happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter again to everyone. Good to see Tom, Sandra, Eb, Emma from Whiskey and Almond. Good to see everyone. Lauren, Sam, Jackie. Got lots of people in. Good to see you, Manly. So, alrighty, let's get on to our second one. And this one I'm sort of bending the rules of what an Easter cocktail should be. And this one, we're going to make a corpse reviver. So I hope everyone does get the joke because Jesus rose from the dead. And today we'll be making a drink that will rise people from the dead. So corpse reviver, it's an old style drink. And basically what it was to make people it's a hangover cure. They're quite dangerously boozy though. So they will almost, I think the quote is if you have more than 5, it will put you back in the grave. So I've got a little bit of history. So it was intended to help those incapacitated by a hangover and bring them back to life. It came around in 1871 in the Gentleman's Table Guide, which is apparently quite an interesting cocktail book. So I need to order that off Amazon, I think, and get that. And then the second version, or the second iteration in what we're making today is the Corpse Reviver No2. And that was in Harry Craddock's favourite Savoy cocktail book. So the original recipe was half a glass of wine, half a glass of Quina Lillet. Quina Lillet doesn't exist anymore, so today what we're going to be using is just Lillet. Lilley is also one of the most important drinks in the classic James Bond cocktail, the Vesper Martini, which I can't wait till Navy Strength Week and we make those little ones. So he also used Cointreau or triple sec. Today I'm actually going to be using a blood orange liqueur because that's what I've got at home, and I quite like the solerno, it gives it a bit more depth, and a bit of absinthe, so a little bit of the green fairy, so we're going to have a bit of fun with that. Oh, we've got some comments. Good to see everyone. Dusty Barrel Distillery. Yes, this one is inspired by Emirate Whiskey and Element and my friend Lauren. They love a Corpse Reviver. Manly Spirits does, Chloe does, so yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's a great little drink. So let's start it. So what I've got is I've got a chilled martini glass, which we'll use over there. Actually, I'll put that aside and we'll get to the building of it up. So cocktail shaker, I've got my Crystal Head vodka one. And then what we do is just pour some ice in there. So put some ice in the shaker and then we'll start to build this drink up. This is going to be quite hilarious for my bartending friends as my cocktail skills are interesting. So what we're going to do is start this off. I'm going to have to use my recipe for this one. So what we're going to do is 20 ml of fresh lemon juice. So just pour that in there. Very Jamie Oliver style. It's my little container today. And then I thought, I'm going to have a bit of fun. We're actually going to use our Christmas gin on Easter. But I really love the flavours that the myrrh and the frankincense get, and you get that rich body. Also, it's got gold in it, and I think let's sparkle up a bit, give everyone a bit of a smile. So what we're going to do is 20 ml. So 20 ml lemon juice and 20 ml of gin. Pour that in there. Whoop. Good catch. Alrighty, then we're going to do 20 ml of triple sec. And today I'm going to be using, the blood orange liqueur. Similar, and I quite like this one. So once again, 20 ml. Pour that in there. This is beautiful. Beautiful to cook with. Beautiful on the rocks. A little bit of lime in there. Alrighty. Then we're going to use our Lilley. Normally Lilley is a lot lighter than this. Mine's oxidised a little bit. So 20 ml again. Pour that in there. I love Lilley. It's a lovely little muscat sort of fortified wine aperitif, and I do love aperitif. You see me use Aperol a lot over this time. So, alrighty, what have we got? We've got our gin, we've got our triple sec, we've got our Lilley Blanc, our fresh lemon juice. What we're going to do is we're going to add some sugar syrup now. So, what you do, recycle your own little bottles, make up sugar syrup, just a 1-to-1 recipe. And once again, we're going to put, actually this is 7 ml of sugar syrup, so half of the 15 pour, just add some sweetness. And yes, sugar syrup, just make it at home. Yum. Alrighty. Now we get to the fun part. Bit of some absinthe time. So what you want to do is actually only put a couple of drops in here. So, oh, you get those real aniseedy notes and that menthol flavour. And I'm going to be all scientific. I got myself a little dropper. So, really only want 1 or 2 drops in here. Yeah, that should, one more for research sake. All right, let's put this off so I don't spill it. And then, yeah, I think that's all good to go. We should be ready. What we're gonna do is you're gonna get your cocktail shaker. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more ice in there. I apologise to all my bartender friends, I've taken a fair while for this one. Get your martini glass and just shake away. So, this shows off my lovely cocktail shaking skills. And you want to get it nice and frosty. Alrighty, lovely. So what you want to do is then you want to double strain this. So what I've got is just another little strainer. I don't have the best cocktail equipment, which is, I need to get some more, but I love this little shaker, it does the job. And then yeah, get your strainer, and you just strain it in. So yeah, what you want to do is your martini glass, just chill in the fridge. So I've had this in the fridge for the last hour or so. Lovely. And then it calls for a lemon garnish, but I didn't have any lemon at home, so as you all know, I love my dried fruits. I'm just going to put a little bit of a dried lime in there today. Rest that on top, and yeah, that's a Corpse Reviver. So I don't plan on having more than 4 of these today, otherwise it will put me in the grave. But yeah, sort of a twist on an Easter cocktail. I love puns, as everyone knows, so yeah, I think time for a bit of a taste. So I haven't had one of these in a long time. I'm actually really impressed. I thought I wouldn't nail that, but oh, yum. Yeah, it's almost breakfasty. And I think because I've added, it's like marmalade, I think, to me. And I think that's probably because of the Lilley, and I put the blood orange liqueur in there. But yes, take a sip. I will take a sip. Take another sip. This is nice. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with myself. I quite doubted, I was a bit worried about this one. But that is, that's lovely. All right, let's get back to some comments. Good to see everyone. Yeah, Fever Trish, love that drink. I love this too. Look, I can refine this, I reckon. I might do some variations of this because you've got a Corpse Reviver number 1 and a Corpse Reviver number 3. 6 beers under, good to see you guys. Plenty cider, Secret Garden gin. Plenty cider. Lockie from Whiskey and Element. I hope my cocktail skills are up to your standard, and once this is all over, definitely get back and go see all the bartenders all over Australia and, yeah, support our local industry. And I think I might have one more of this before we get to our last little cocktail of today, which is a completely different one from the first ones we've done. I do like that absinthe in there. You do get that little hint at the end, and actually goes really well with my gin and juice. Yeah, I've done well today, I think. Lovely. Alrighty, so the third one. Really, if you were drinking, I wouldn't recommend having this third one after these two. We're gonna go a little bit creamy here, some chocolate, some things like that. So we're gonna make a White Russian, but with some Choccy in there. So we're gonna use the Mozart chocolate liqueur. We've got our Mr. Black, we've got our honey vodka, we've got our Kahlua. I'll talk about the Kahlua and the Mr. Black and give a bit of a talk about our honey vodka. So I'll start off with this. So this is one of our limited editions. So what we've done here is this is actually one of the exclusives for Parliament House up in Canberra. So what they do is we do our Federation gin for them, and we do our summer gin in a courtyard edition, and our classic is their librarian's edition. What we also do is a honey vodka. And what we do is there's bees and the beehives that live in the grounds of Parliament House. And what they do is the honey gets collected, they send it down to us, and then we make a honey vodka. So we start with our base of our classic, and then we just infuse it in. So we did make 3 original versions. We had a honey liqueur, and then we did a maceration where we put it post-distillation, and then we did this one where we actually distilled it all together. So it's a really unique spirit. You get that beautiful neutral taste coming through from our original vodka, but then you get those beautiful honey notes coming through. So I'm not the biggest vodka fan in the world, but I really love this one. So I think we're going to get started in our little White Russian today, or the Big Lebowski. That's where it sort of became famous. So fun fact of the day, he actually drank 9 of them during the movie. So I thought for all those movie nerds out there and where this cocktail really got its prominence from. So yeah, he drinks 9 of them. So what we're going to do, I sort of tossed up, do we make this in an Easter bunny? But I thought that would be a bit too messy, and I want to see people build up the cocktail. So what we're going to do, start with our nice big rocks glass. And then what I did, so a little bit different, I didn't have ice in this, I actually frozen some Easter eggs. So these are going to give us that chill. So chuck your Easter eggs in the fridge overnight, have some as well because it's Easter. And then yeah, we're just going to build our cocktail. So this is a bit of I sort of just improvised on this, and I've got the recipe, but I've added some extra things in just to make it a bit Eastery. So what we're going to do is start off with 30 ml of our classic honey vodka, which I've managed to spill everywhere. Actually, I'm going to use a new jigger for this, just to not. Alrighty. So just our honey vodka in there. Pour that over. And I'll put that up there for now. And then you can use 2 kinds of coffee liqueur for this. You can almost go the Kahlua, and I've got the salted caramel Kahlua, so that's going to give us a much sweeter drink. Or you can go the Mr. Black. I've actually got the single origin version of Mr. Black here. And they're both coffee liqueurs, but they're both completely different. This is like drinking a really nice ristretto, like a really lovely short black. And this one's like drinking liquid caramel. Today, I think I'm going to go the Mr. Black, sort of support local, but then because I'm going to add a bit of chocolate liqueur in there, that's where we're going to get the sweetness from. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add 15 ml of this one. I might have a little bit more, yeah. It's probably about 20 ml. Add that in there, build that up. This is, I love Mr. Black. This is, yeah, I really like this version because they've got their standard version and this is the single origin, so, I love it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use our Mozart chocolate liqueur. And this stuff this is just decadent. Oh, it smells like those Italian cakes and that. It smells like Europe to me. European chocolate cocktails. Alrighty, so what we're going to do to make this nice and more Eastery is about another 20 ml. Chuck that in. I'm quite improvising this one just because normally the recipe doesn't call for this, but I thought let's make it a bit fun. Putting my lid back on. And then what we're going to do is add, the original recipe calls for cream. However, I quite like milk in there. And being I like being a Melbourne little hipster, I'm actually going to use oat milk today. I think that gives it a nice nutty flavour. Not nutty flavour, sorry. It gives it a bit more depth, I think. You can use almond milk, and that does give you that nutty flavour. And then yeah, that's our Choccy Russian. Give it a bit of a swirl. I wouldn't recommend drinking this after all these fruity cocktails, but look, it's Easter. Let's have a bit of fun today. And then yeah, just sit back. That's beautiful. Oh, that Mr. Black gives it that real depth to it. You get that beautiful, I love that coffee note coming through. And I think the Mozart really does round it out. The honey vodka is a beautiful base. Yeah, really, really nice. I'm going to have a bit more of a sip, then ask any questions you've liked about today. Alrighty. Lovely. Alrighty, let's get some comments. Feel free to ask any questions, and then we'll sort of wrap it up in a couple of minutes. Alrighty, let me just scroll through for you guys. Becca Liz Whiskey, good to see you. Cold choc, yeah. Basically, it is a bit of a boozy hot chocolate, but I thought taking a White Russian, a little bit of a different spin, and yeah, the White Russian, it was created by Gustav Topps back in 1949, and then in The Big Lebowski, the movie, that's his drink of choice. And yeah, I really enjoy this. I think the Easter eggs probably don't give us as much cold as the ice, but it's still quite nice. So yeah, definitely good half and half with the Easter eggs and the ice, but I think for today's sake, it is pretty cool. I think they are caramel filled ones too, so as they're gonna melt a bit, you're gonna get those nice caramel filled Chockies coming through. Nice big rocks glass. Just gonna have a bit of a sip of water before I go back to the other ones. Decadent. Yeah, it is a real decadent cocktail. It's quite lovely too. Delish. Is it oaty? Yes, it is a little bit oaty, but I've made ones with just the honey vodka and the Kahlua, and it's not, I think you get more of that oatmeal coming through today. Well, not today, sorry. You get more of that oatmeal coming through, where I think today, because you've got a bit more liqueur than I think the heftier Mr. Black, you do get a little bit less, but I really like it. Fever Trish asks, are you going to finish all those yourself? Yes, it's Easter, and it was a stressful time making all these cocktails. No, I probably will finish. I reckon I might. Normally I do finish all my cocktails, but I think today it's going to be a bit of a struggle to sort of mix two fruitier ones and lighter ones with a creamy one. But being a good brand ambassador, I think I might finish them, and it's a good way to just relax in the afternoon. I'll give Mum a bit of a taste, and yeah, I really like the Corpse Reviver. I think I may need to make one tomorrow morning to revive me after these Easter cocktails. But yeah, thank you all for joining us today. My brand of oat milk, Oatly, I think it is. Yes, I can't remember off the top of my head, but yes, I just get it at Coles at the moment. So there's my phone going. It's probably my oat milk company wanting to sponsor us for this video. That one's really cool. I really love that one. I love that fresh lemon juice coming through, and yeah, I thought when you actually do look at it, you get a little bit of those gold in there. But I think next time I'll probably still use the Christmas gin. It's a good little one to have. And what else? Yeah, I love the Lilley, the Absinthe. I do think it gives a nice little base. And I think, yeah, feel free to ask any questions. And I think I'll wrap it up in a minute. Say Happy Easter to everyone, and enjoy. Stay safe, stay at home, and yeah, use what cocktails you've got. I've sort of thrown what I've got in my bar together and just sort of mix and match it with our McHenry Distillery spirits. I think our plan for the rest of the week, we'll do Whiskey Wednesdays again. Pretty excited for that. I think we might do some whiskey books this week. What books I like and how I learned about whiskey, and sort of tell you how I got into whiskey as well. And we'll look at Barrel 17, which was that was the first McHenry Distillery release that I actually was a part of, and it's beautiful. It's decadent. It tastes like prunes and dates, and it's like sticky date pudding. So I think we'll talk about Barrel 17, which is one of our favourites. Some whiskey books, one's by Luke McCarthy, the Australian Spirits Guide. We'll look at the Everly cocktail book. I really like that one, and then some of Ian Buxton's books. So I think we'll do a bit more of a whiskey and book session on the couch, and that'll be fun. So good to see everyone. Taylor and Smith, thank you everyone wishing us Happy Easter. Happy Easter everyone. Stay safe. Make some Eastery cocktails. Eat lots of chocolate, and have a lovely evening and afternoon. Thanks guys. I'm going to take this one with me.